Paul, 22-18 against Ealing, a hard-earned win out there today. What are your thoughts?
I was pleased with a lot of little things really today. Our effort, our work off the ball, some individual performances were really positive towards us. The disappointing thing was that the heavens opened at half time, and a lot of the good work that we did in the first half, where you hope to reach some kind of reward or get your reward from that effort, never was able to materialise because of the weather.
And like you said there, the weather played a massive factor. Same for both sides. That second game, was it just picking off scraps and making sure you were doing the simple things right?
Well, in the second half, yeah, look, it was one of those frustrating things because we were kind of behind the eight ball a little bit in terms of possession, and we wanted to try and keep the ball in hand a little bit more. We gave away too many penalties. Our discipline with the ball was poor, and then we kicked up the ball away too much from our liking in the second half. So we allowed Ealing back into the game and allowed Ealing to sort of dominate possession. So that was frustrating. And then the 2 or 3 times we did keep the ball for more than, well, I guess 3 phases, we actually looked quite dangerous, which was pleasing.
To only let them score 8 points defensively, you must be pretty pleased.
Well, we still conceded 8 points, so I'm still disappointed with that. We were man down at the time. It was a kind of line-out drive and kind of one of those sneaky kind of plays. It wasn't phase defence, but we still had problems around the fringes of the ruck. Something that we'll remedy for sure. But for the main part, our defence was pretty solid. As I said, they had over 70% possession, so we're defending for a lot of that game. When it's wet and you've got some big heavy runners, which Ealing do, your ability to make one-on-one tackles is important. And I think the guys like Joe Marler and obviously making his debut today, Paul Gustard, were very effective in that area.
And going into Sale next weekend, what are the main work-ons in training this week?
Look, I think one thing we need to understand is that we need to believe in ourselves. We've got a good group of players, that they put the hard work in during the off-season, during the pre-season. I want them to believe that they can go out there and perform, and that's the first thing we need to get right. There's always technical things, like I said there, our defence around the fringes wasn't good enough today, our ball retention wasn't good enough today, and parts of our set piece need some work doing to it as well. So with rugby, there's always things. The perfect game's never been played, and when it is, it'll be the Premiership final. So up to that point, we'll keep grafting, we'll keep working, we'll keep endeavouring, and we'll keep believing in ourselves.